Thank you very much indeed, President. My colleague, my coordinator, Burkhard Balz, spoke about the possibility of the EBA moving in with either the ESMA or EIOPA as a tenant. I slightly disagree with that on the basis that ESMA is in Paris, EIOPA is in Frankfurt. I'm suggesting that if the EBA want to move, they might move to Dublin. I think it will be a very useful, not too far from London. But I'm interested in your remarks about that, Mr. Enria, because obviously a process is underway. What are the issues for you in terms of that move? Because ultimately I presume this is a political decision, a decision at Council, or is it not? You might comment on that. And you made a very interesting observation about dealing with British colleagues. You said that when it gets close to the moment that British colleagues, UK representatives on the board, may have to stand back from voting on new rule books or new structures that emerge. What is that moment? Is that the moment of Article 50 being invoked, or what is it? I'd be interested for your comments on that. And Mr. Bernardino, we've had a good discussion on IORPS already. I'm not going to go over old ground. You are right in saying that the observations of IOPA are really, really important, and especially so raising awareness, particularly in the stress test issue. My remark, though, and my question for you is in relation to the PEP proposal, because I do see there's a great opportunity here to develop a 29th regime on personal pensions. My question for you is it possible that we could make this proposal work when it comes to second pillar pensions, so that we'd have the safety, the security, the commonality that's required for consumers alike? Thank you.
Thank you. As you know, the location of the EBA is in the EBA founding regulation. So any change to that will be in the hands of the co-legislators, so Council and Parliament. So it will be in your hands, and it's not up to us, I think, to express any views besides what I said here, which is an issue more of timing than on the final destination. In terms of the point on the UK colleagues, again, the decision-making of European agencies is written in the legislation, so we cannot depart from that. What I wanted to convey to you is that there is still a very good cooperative spirit around our table between UK colleagues and the other colleagues, in a sense that the decision-making processes will not be disrupted as a result of the negotiations. And then, in terms of any changes, this will have to be decided again by the co-legislators. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hayes, for your question. And definitely, yes, it's my answer. You know, I think it's definitely possible to build what I can call a defined contribution framework for cross-border pensions in Europe. And you know, of course, the discussions about, you know, the stock of the past that we have on defined benefit makes it more difficult, the cross-border business. Let's face the reality. Now, about defined contribution, I think that there's no reason in order to avoid it, to have a more comprehensive EU framework on defined contribution in a cross-border basis. And so we are, and that's an initiative that we're thinking from our side to join and to put some ideas into place, and we'll be very eager, of course, in the next months to come to the Parliament and also discuss with you, because I think that there's an opportunity definitely right there, and this is something that could definitely make, I would say, the pension gap that we have at Europe dealt with in an internal market solution, with the costs reduced because, of course, of the dimension that we can have in those kinds of plans.